Hi everyone, I just wanted to do an instructional video today. A couple of you have asked me, how do we put on the 200 weekly moving average on our charts using TradingView? So that's what we're going to have a look at today. So as you know, the 200 weekly moving average, EMA, exponential moving average, is one of my favorite indicators. I mean, if you look at any chart out there, it will become a very good support in a secular bull market. So looking at this, for example, so you can see this is the Dow Jones, chart of Dow Jones, and this is the 200 weekly moving average. You can see these zones where it would have been a very good buying entry point during a secular bull market. And if I go to right here again, so once again, it would have been a very good entry point, as you can see all the way throughout here, here. Yes, that was a COVID fake out, but here. And it's bouncing off that now. I'm not going to try and predict what the market's doing. I'm feeling pretty neutral about the general equities, but that's what you can see. And you can apply this on any chart. So if you look at the chart of Apple, for example. Okay, let me just delete everything off the screen. Okay, so as you can see, you've got anytime it came down to the 200 weekly moving average, would have been a pretty good buy point for pretty much entire Apple's history, as you can see here as well. So how do we turn it on? Okay, let me just delete this off the screen completely, and it's gone. So now what you do is you just go to the indicators here. You can see here, the indicators button here. You click on it, and then you just type in exponential. And then what you'll see is moving average exponential. So you click on that, and what you'll see is the new blue line that's going across the charts. But what you want to do is change that. So you go to settings, the inputs, so length, you want to put it adjusted 200 weekly moving average. So you type in the number 200 here, as you can see on the input section here. And then you go to style. I like my lines nice and clear. So I like this fluorescent color, yellow color, and I like it nice and thick. So I click on the thickness here. And what you'll see is this. As you can see, Apple would have been a great buy point all the way throughout. And this is one of the most useful tools, I think. If you're a long-term holder of any stocks, any large cap stocks, or even commodity stocks, this really, I think, is probably one of the best tools that you will ever come across. So as you can see with Texas Instruments as well, anytime it bounced off it. So you've got this downtrend, you go above it, which is what's happening in uranium right now, as we've talked about in yesterday's video. But this is a fantastic tool. So you've got Texas Instruments here, and it would have worked beautifully even back in the 1990s. So you've got all the way throughout here where it's grinding around it. You come down to retest it. And what happens usually, this is the first leg up. And we've talked about the 3 leg ups yesterday as well. But you've got the first leg up. Really, this is the only time it really comes down to retest the 200 weekly moving average. And really, this is, in a lot of the cases, this is the last buying opportunity. So you might see, yes, 3 legs up. Okay, so it did come down here because of the COVID, but otherwise, if it wasn't for the COVID, sell-off, I don't think we would have seen this test the 200 weekly moving average. So what happens afterwards is you move to the daily average, and usually the daily moving averages work very well. As you can see, after it breaks out, yes, it comes down to retest the 200 daily average, as you can see here. It's at the same time period. Yes. So that was the period. It didn't quite come down to retest using the weekly moving average. And so what you want to do is, once we start the second leg up on a lot of the uranium charts, for example, I think what we want to try and observe is the 200 daily moving average. Yes, and this becomes now a nice buying zone. And you'll probably see this on any other charts too. Let's have a look at Apple again. Okay. See how beautifully, so once it breaks out, see how beautifully the 200 daily moving averages work. So you can see here, bounce, bounce, bounce. Once again, bounce, bounce. And this is the chart that we're talking about yesterday. this section here where it looks very similar to the uranium chart. So other than this, the 200 daily moving average would have worked beautifully most of the time. So that's it. So hopefully it's been helpful for you, and hopefully you know how to put in the 200 weekly moving average on your charts and make it look same as mine. If you enjoyed this type of content, then please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my video. Take care. God bless.